What's going on, guys? Tommy here with Sinister Productions, bringing you guys another vlog. This is a little bit of a disappointing vlog. I'm actually at work right now, which is fine and all, but tomorrow is I am actually taking Sinister and my 2018 Mustang GT into Ford because I'm getting a ticking noise, the famous tick noise from the engine, and it's not sounding good. So it is getting worse. It's not gotten any better. It started at about 2,000 miles, and now it's just gotten progressively worse over time. And I was avoiding trying to actually have to take it in and get this looked at, but it looks like ultimately I'm going to have to do it. And also, I am starting to notice a slight, ever so slight grind or feel when I ever go from like third to fourth. It's not doing it first to second, and it's not doing it fifth to sixth. It's just doing fourth gear. Like if I'm going from second to third, it might feel like a little notch grind going into third, and a very slot notch type grind going into fourth. But then if I go from fourth to third, it doesn't do it, and then come back down to fourth, it doesn't do it. So it's really random, and it kind of varies on RPM range. So even under normal driving, which is what I do mostly with it, believe it or not, you know, I'll shift around 3,500 to 4,000 RPM, and it'll outfeel it. So, and it should not be doing that. So, anyway, I'm scheduled to take the car into Ford tomorrow to try to narrow down what the issue is, and also the strut bar. It's a performance package car, so the strut bar is silver, and there's a lot. You guys might have even noticed it in a couple of my videos. There's a lot of cracking in the paint or powder coat that's underneath the clear coat, and then you can't feel it, but you can see it's just like cracking throughout all the paint inside the strut bar, which really is not a big deal to me at all. My biggest issue is this engine problem and the ticking. It's not robbing any horsepower. It's still putting out the horsepower it needs to put out, but it's definitely something I need to get checked out, and that and the transmission, especially with all these shift fork problems, and especially it's third and fourth. So LS Eater, if you are watching this, I might be right there with you, buddy. So alright guys, talk to you soon. I'm going to drop it off. I'm going to continue this vlog into tomorrow when I drop the vehicle off at Ford, and then we'll get back on and discuss this a little bit further. Catch you guys in a bit. What's up, guys? I am back and I'm on my way to work. I just dropped the Mustang off at Ford this morning. I explained to my my service advisor. It feels really weird saying that because I am a service advisor. Explained to my service advisor what exactly was going on with the car, and you know, I basically played the video for her because luckily I did record the issue, which I will throw up right now. And now that you guys have heard it, you kind of understand where I'm coming from. It's a very common tick amongst the Coyote motors, except mine is substantially louder than what I've heard from a lot of other cars. So hopefully they'll be able to figure this out, and they won't just try to say, oh, it's just an injector pump, and or it's the, you know, the direct port injection or any of that stuff. So because I know it's not. I mean, I've heard like 4 other 18 Mustangs, and none of them are doing that much of a noise. So I mean, they all have a little bit of a tick because of the direct port injection. Yes, agreed, but not to the extent that, you know, it's making that much racket when it ticks. So, and I did make sure when obviously you guys saw the clip, that I got it from both sides of the car, because I didn't want them to say, oh, you know, it's, you know, just coming from one side, blah blah blah. If it was a bottom end noise, it'd be coming from, you know, both sides. Well, it is coming from both sides of the car. So I'm not saying it is a bottom end noise, but it's very possible. So I will keep you guys tuned in. This is probably going to be like a 2-part series, obviously, because I don't know if I'm going to hear back from Ford today. They said they're going to get it in today. They'll definitely be able to look at it, but God knows what that means. I mean, they're probably not going to be able to diagnose it in one day. So, plus I am getting them to diagnose the transmission as well, because the transmission is starting to get a little notchier than I'd like in 3rd and 4th gear. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but it wasn't doing that up until about 1,000 miles ago, and now it's starting to do it. And also getting a lot louder whirling noise coming from the transmission at higher RPMs and lower gears. So like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I'm getting a lot of whirling noise coming from the trans when I'm about 2,500 RPMs on up to about 5. I want to up even further past that, but I haven't really pushed it that hard. I mean, I've gotten in it quite a few times, but I've not like noticed it up until then. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna keep you tuned. Like I said, this may be a 2-part series. We will find out. So, I'll be back in just a minute, and hopefully with an update. What's up, everybody? I am back, and I got a little bit of a progress update. Ford cannot seem to replicate the issue. Big surprise there, honestly. Of course, it's not doing it all the time. So I did play the video for the service advisor when I went in, so that way she could kind of explain exactly what the noise is to the technician. They did order a new strut bar for the car, because strut bar, you guys may not have noticed this, or I probably didn't even mention it. The strut bar was getting a lot of cracking underneath the clear coat. You couldn't feel it on the bar itself, but I mean, you look at it, you can tell it looked like somebody took something and just like a Brillo brush and just scratched the crap out of the bar. So they're replacing the strut bar on the car. That should be here tomorrow, but they wanted me to leave it overnight so that way he can get a cold start out of it tomorrow. But I mean, honestly, I told them, even after driving it for a while, you shut it off, leave it off for about 30 minutes, you start it up, and just let it run, just let it idle, and you'll hear the noise. And of course, just revving it up to about 1,500 RPM and holding it, you can definitely hear the tick. So hopefully they'll be able to replicate the issue. I did let them know. There's a thread going around on Facebook right now. Some of you may or may not have seen it, about there's a guy that, I think he lives in Florida, somewhere like that. They bore scoped the cylinder walls and found scoring on the cylinder walls where the pistons had been going up and scoring the cylinder wall. So I told them about that instance and let them know that this issue is getting fairly common with not just the 18s, but some of the previous the 15 through 17s, and even the 13 and 14s has had some ticking noises issues. Anyway, all right, guys. Like I said, I probably won't get another update until tomorrow, but I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. What's up, guys? All right, I'm back. So apparently that is not going to be the end of the video. This probably will be the end of the video. So the car's been at Ford for 2 days now, and they found nothing wrong with the car. So they said they had their shop foreman look at it. They had one of their other technicians look at it. They test drove it, which I told them driving the car is not going to make a bit of fucking difference whatsoever, excuse my language. But yeah, so they test drove the car. They tried to reproduce the noise, all this other stuff. They said it was quiet as a mouse, was my service advisor's exact words in the text message, which I may or may not actually post up here. I mean, you guys heard the clip. It's definitely making a noise, and it's been doing it for about 2.5 months, and I proceeded to tell her that I know damn well the car is not going to make the noise for almost 2.5 months, and then miraculously stop making the noise as soon as I take it to the dealership. Just, it's not possible. I mean, I understand trying to find certain things and trying to reproduce certain issues, things like that. I am a service advisor. I deal with that shit on a daily basis. I know how it is. And I'm not mad at her. I am just upset at the fact that it's warranty work, and I really feel like they're not trying to take the time to diagnose the issue, because it's warranty work, and technicians don't get paid. For anybody that, anybody that doesn't know this, anytime you take a vehicle in for warranty work, technician doesn't get paid nearly as much per hour on warranty work that they do on customer pay work. Technicians absolutely can't stand doing warranty work. They would much rather have a customer pay ticket than have to deal with some shit that comes back for warranty. And that's any dealership you go to. Ford, BMW, Mercedes, Honda, you name it, it's all the same. So I'm almost wondering if this is one of those situations to where they might have hurt a little bit, but they really don't feel like diving into it because it could be a pain in the ass to deal with. But we'll see. So my service advisor did tell me, she goes, oh, well, what you can do is you can bring it back next Saturday. When I'm working on a Saturday, you can drop it off Friday night and then come back that Saturday morning and with the foreman and the technician and actually start the vehicle up with them there, cold start, to see if you can duplicate the problem. And I said, absolutely, I will be more than happy to do that. But also told her that when I come to pick it up tonight, I start my car up, it better not fucking tick. That's all I gotta say. Because I'm not gonna be happy if it does. And it's been there for 2 days. And if I go tonight and start the Mustang up and it starts ticking like I told them it was, and yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, give me a break, guys. But anyway, so I might pick this video up there. I don't know yet. I'm gonna actually, I am gonna document this. I am gonna take another clip when I get to Ford and starting the engine up, and that way you guys can hear it when I pick it up from the dealership, and we'll see. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in a minute. I'm gonna meet the wife at the house. That way she can take me over to the dealership and pick up the car. And I'm gonna pick this up when I get there. Sorry about being dark in here. I'm covered by a lot of trees and my truck is very tinted. So, all right, guys, catch you guys in a few minutes, all right? All right, so he's getting ready to bring the car around now, and I'm getting ready to take delivery of it. So hopefully the car is not ticking when I get in it. I really wish they had it parked out here where I could just get in it and start it, but we'll see. Alright, so I don't hear the tick as much. I hear a faint one, but that's probably the normal valve train. But apparently this girl does not want them to find that she's broken. Alright guys, so I picked up the car and it's not ticking as of right now. I am going to drive it tomorrow and see if it does tick. So I mean, we will see, but they never mentioned one thing about the transmission. According to the technician, the whine or the whirling sound is normal, and if any of you guys that have an 18 stick shift can confirm that, I'm hearing a kind of like a whirling noise at higher RPMs in like first, second, and third gear. If you guys can confirm that with me. I've not gotten in another stick shift car that it's an 18 and actually looked to see or heard one, so I don't really know. I know my 16 didn't do it, but not to say that this one wouldn't. But anyway, so I guess this is going to wait until I'll have to see if it's doing it between now and next weekend, and I'll just drive the car more. So alright guys, that's going to be it for this video, and see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and hopefully we'll have a better update by next weekend. So I know the ticking is there. I know this isn't the end of it. So this is more than likely going to be part 1 of a series. But anyway, all right, guys. Peace.
I'm waiting for niggas to trip, cause bitch I love and scrap. I went from rocks to Z's, writing raps and movies. I went from trusting these chicks